American women say men go to foreign countries because they're trying to look for poor women who will submit to them. Write them up because we do not submit to men who have nothing. To judge passport bros, then you should consider that your argument is not valid and your misconception on foreign women is demeaning. Still, successful women in foreign countries, they submit to their husband, they're feminine, and they're traditional. But if these women have better education than Western women, guess what? They're educated, they have careers, and they're still feminine, traditional, and value men to lead the relationship. Not feminists. How many women in the US are single mothers and live off the government and struggle? A lot, right? A lot of uneducated, poor women in America too. So that argument is invalid. One thing I've noticed is women who ask for the most usually have the least to offer. If you're a woman and you think men go to foreign countries because they think foreign women don't know wiser, who's really the uneducated one? Consider Western culture as their problem, not the women being uneducated or poor, and that's why they submit.
Men didn't run away. They expanded their options. When the local dating market got hostile, global became logical. Funny how choice suddenly feels like betrayal.
You guys know that there's a trend encouraging men to all get passports and travel abroad. It's not just for sights or good food. No. It's to find wives. To find women who are more traditional. They're traveling all across the world just to find women who are more humble, more feminine, and willing to treat their men better than women in the US. Traveling to places like Italy, Thailand, Brazil, just to find women who will treat them right. The passport bros ideology is that they're escaping the hatred of feminist women and are traveling somewhere they can thrive. They believe the ideology that by seeking foreign women, they can find a more authentic, fulfilling, and harmonious relationship. This is seen as a way to restore the natural balance between masculine and feminine energy. This is triggering some women because they think that these men are interested in finding these women. They think they will be more submissive. I'm not sure if this trend/movement is gonna end or only get worse. What do you guys think?
Men were told they're replaceable, so they tested the claim. Turns out respect is cheaper abroad, and outrage is the real souvenir.
Can we have a serious conversation about the LBHs, passport bros, like whatever you want to call them? I just don't understand how the most basic level men can leave America, travel to these other countries, and just pull absolute tens, like the hottest girls that you will ever see. And these men, like men that we wouldn't even look twice at, are just pulling them and convincing them to date them. Like, I truly don't understand it. Can someone please explain to me how this is happening and how these men are able to get away with it? Also, like, how can we stop this? It's out of control and it's getting to a point where it needs to be stopped.
Passport brothers aren't angry. They're efficient. Why negotiate basic femininity when it's standard elsewhere? Men didn't change the rules. They changed locations.
Have you guys heard about passport bros? I wouldn't call it a trend, but rather a movement spreading across the US, which encourages men to get their passport in order to travel the world and find the woman of their dreams. Men are not finding love in a world full of feminist women who are entitled and treat men poorly. So men are finally doing something about it. They aren't looking for submissive women, but rather women who treat them right. Now, you can definitely find a woman in the US to marry that has traditional values and treats you right, but most men will tell you that it is not easy. Simply put, men want a traditional feminine woman who they can build a foundation with that's authentic. A traditional woman who values family over anything. The partner who doesn't leave when things get tough. Men want a woman that respects and appreciates their husband.
For years, men were mocked for having standards. Now they're problematic for finding women who meet them. Interesting how freedom only works one way.
A list of reasons why I think the passport bros have actually figured it out. Starting off with number one, they're looking for traditional women who value family. Men in other cultures, other countries, put family first above their needs, above anything else. Family is very important. There's nothing wrong with a man who values family and wants to find a partner who also does. Number two, women in other countries are often very feminine. They let the man lead. A man will value a feminine woman. Three, women in other countries are actually very educated. A huge misconception that women in other countries are poor, uneducated. That couldn't be furthest from the truth. There's nothing better than having a partner who is equally as intelligent as you are. Number four, these men are seeking women who know how to cook and cook for the family. It is one of the most important things. Family dinner time, sitting down together. Let's face it, most men don't want to go eat fast food every day. They want a woman who cooks for them, who takes care of them and the family. Passport bros simply just want a soft, feminine, traditional woman who will cook, who's intelligent. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Western dating told men to do more for less. Overseas dating flipped the equation instantly. Men followed the math, not the feelings.
Why ain't none of y'all passport bros found a wife yet? Because that's what y'all kept on telling us that y'all was going over there for. We knew y'all was lying, but that's what y'all said. You said you was going over there to get a wife. You said the women over there was more submissive. You said they was more compliant. You said it was so many more of them to choose from than over here in the United States. So why is it taking so long for y'all to find one? I'm just confused. We ain't seen no engagement. We definitely ain't seen no marriages. And we don't even see you with women. So I'm confused. Like, what's taking so long? I just don't understand, right? If it was so easy, if when you go over there, the women want you so bad, why is it you have not found one yet? Why? Because we was waiting on you to bring one back and throw it up in our face, right? And we ain't seen that happen yet. We don't even see you with no woman, period. I'm just curious.
Men were warned dating was a privilege, not a right. So they stopped begging for access. And suddenly women discovered borders exist.
Nobody wants to date me. I want to date you. I find you really attractive and I think that we should go out. Go away.
Passport brothers aren't escaping women. They're escaping disrespect. Accountability doesn't travel well, apparently, but men do.
My guys, aren't you just so tired of modern Western women? Aren't these hypergamous 304s just so full of shit? It's just time to get a passport, am I right? Guys, you're all starting to sound the same. And at this point, you basically sound like the feminists you're describing. Toxic masculinity, patriarchy, he's a narcissist. Remember how all of those terms kind of had a point, but then just got so overused to the point of brainwashing an entire generation? The red pill struck a nerve with a lot of us. It put out the fire of feminism and started to reverse the course of how masculinity is actually viewed. It revealed a lot of truth about dating dynamics and has probably helped a lot of you. But guess what? Not every Western woman is a hoe. And no, you don't need to leave the country to find a girlfriend. Be grateful for the truth that you now know, but don't let it become a religion that keeps you in a pit of hopeless rage. The fire has been put out, but now we need to start rebuilding the house. And we can't do that if we just continue to spew hate.
When men leave, it's called abandonment. When women leave, it's called empowerment. Men just match the energy internationally.
I have a question for the men, specifically men who date older women. Okay, like a younger man and you're interested in an older woman. What is the reason why you would rather date somebody that is older than you and not somebody younger than you or your age? Let me know in the comments below.
Men didn't ask permission to choose happiness. They just packed and left the argument behind. Silence is louder than debates.
Let's talk about this. Eastern and Western relationship culture and dating etiquette, because I am so tired of the passport bros saying that they want Eastern women, yet they have no idea what that means. I spent my younger years growing up 60% in the States and around 40% in Taiwan, sometimes in Hong Kong, so I've made a lot of international friends. And my family is pretty progressive but traditional at its roots. The biggest differences I see in relationships, and there are two big ones, is that one, Western dating often revolves around a 50-50 dynamic, while many men in Asian countries adopt a provider mindset. And two, women and daughters are absolutely spoiled, adored, and taken care of. It's very common, if not the standard. What's interesting is that even in older generations, families really empower their female heads. So while the husband or the son is like the head of the household and he's the breadwinner and he's the main decision maker, he will still consult his wife on major matters. And the wife often manages all of the finances, the investments, and the inner workings of the household. So, growing up, it was very normal for me to see strong, capable, smart women in action, living what most people on the outside would view as a soft life, but in reality, they were doing a lot behind the scenes. There's a Chinese saying that says housewives drive the stock market because they discuss investment strategies during tea sessions, when they're going to brunch, when they're playing mahjong at home. In public, they appear as model wives, they enhance their husband's image, they build their social network to help advance his career, but in private, she holds significant authority and takes charge of household affairs. This relationship dynamic is one of the healthiest I've seen, where men truly love, adore, care, and respect their wives and strive to give them the best, while the wives do everything in their power to make their life better. But hell hath no fury like an angry Asian woman. She is far from being docile. I absolutely have no hate towards passport wifeys who want a better life for themselves. Like, girl, go get that bag. But this is just for the passport bros to know that cultural norms persist. You're not seeking foreign women because you can't tolerate westernized women. You're pursuing them because westernized women don't want you. You want to be treated like a king, like the prize, by giving bare minimum effort, which you won't find in a woman who has standards. The women you meet abroad who are so accommodating, so nurturing, who goes above and beyond for you, do so with specific goals in mind. Asian women are very resilient and patient. They can smile at you sweetly and take care of you while still cursing at you in their mother tongue, wishing for your early departure from this world. So believe what brings you happiness and continue on your chosen path.
What shocks women isn't men leaving, it's men succeeding elsewhere. Attention dries up fast when competition goes global. The market finally answered back.
I know for a fact that probably 5 years from now, there's going to be an epidemic where a lot of men end up getting their passports and end up going to other countries so they can find a wife and eventually have a family. And I know that's like already kind of a thing because that's why you have the passport bro movement. But like, nah, this is actually about to become very common because a lot of men are just getting to a point where they're like, I actually want a wife, I want a family. And I just know for a fact that with American society being so corrupted, I'm not going to find that here. And honestly, that's the type of time I'm about to be on because I don't plan on staying in America my whole life because I just know 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to find what I want here. It's just not going to happen. And not saying all women, but like a lot of women just can't stick to one guy at all. Even in the talking stage, they can't stick to one guy in a talking stage relationship. Like, I just know for a fact I'm not going to find what I want here. And that is a wife and that is kids. And I know some women would get upset and say like, oh, well, in those other countries, those women don't actually want men for them. They just want them for their money. And I'm not going to lie, that is partially true. Of course, they want money. I mean, especially if they come from poor countries. But then again, they also come from a culture and society where they actually value men anyway. So that's like partially true, but not fully true. But I'm telling you guys, the epidemic of passport bros, like it's only going to increase in a matter of years. I'd give it probably like 4 to 5 years, maybe even 3.
Men were told, do better, without being shown how. So they went where appreciation came standard. No speeches, just results. That's all for today. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to press the notification bell so you get the latest updates from our channel.